Hello, I'm film and television composer Clive Coburn. Something else I did to give my clients the best possible score I could do was to record the music for a whole 13-part TV series in 2 3-hour calls. This can be done because the emotions in a TV series are repeated in each episode. There may be a love scene, a chase scene, a what's going to happen next scene, and the music can be repeated each week. But the quality of the music is high because the music was not recorded episode by episode with just a few instruments, but rather I could hire a whole lot of the best musicians available, as many as I liked, and I'd record as much as I could in 2 3-hour calls. But recording a whole series in one session is high risk and takes a lot of confidence because there could well be an emotion that the composer didn't think of, so didn't cover. The composer really needs a decent chat with the director about the emotions required in the soundtrack. One episode had a couple dancing to a tango, and I certainly hadn't seen that coming. This is a cue from a medical series. It was an excuse for me to put something on a show reel that I could take to America or England or someplace where the big jobs were done. Film companies and advertising agencies would ask me to write music for a film or TV commercial. I was a composer, arranger, conductor and producer. I certainly do not claim to be a conductor, as I always conducted with the aid of a click track or recorded guide piano. These were played back to me in my earphones, and the other musicians heard the same thing. I'd recorded these things in my own time and they were perfectly in sync with the film. I couldn't go wrong. In the early days, some of the classical musicians were carrying instruments I'd never seen close up, like a contrabassoon. It's an amazing looking thing, or a cor anglais, which is a low oboe, or a huge harp that made very little noise. Almost all of the instruments in an orchestra have to stop playing or play very quietly when a harp is being featured. It was an honour to have these artists with their wonderful tools of trade come to my recording session. The orchestral players would already have done a day's work together, and recording sessions like mine were a bit of light relief. They'd crack a few jokes and then I'd stand in front of them, raise my arms, and silence would reign. The first couple of times that happened I thought, did I really do that? Then I'd start conducting and the music would happen. The satisfaction from hearing fine musicians or sometimes a full symphony orchestra playing my music was huge. To enable you to be able to do that is one purpose of my course, and it will give you the tools to do so. You'll get better at it each time you do it. A real bricks and mortar school has a band, a big band actually, and an orchestra, real live musicians to play your music. And this is a huge benefit, but this can't be done with an online course like mine. But the online course will also cost a lot less. Anyway, that's it from me. I would love to hear from you. There are 2 or 3 free lessons in each module of the course, so if you're new to it, please pop into the site www.thecontemporarymusiccourse.com and sample the free lessons. The whole thing moves sequentially from easy to advanced. I'd like to go out on a piece I composed that I could play under virtually any emotion in a film. Well, that was my plan anyway. It features solo violin, solo cello and an oboe in front of an orchestra. I called it Gentle Hero and used it many times throughout the series called Our People, Our Century. Thanks for listening.